When we were younger, you started on with a look you gave, spread over and over among us. When we were younger, when we were younger, I had in mind to keep an eye on you. Watch you fill the room without a whisper. When we were younger, and I held my breath, and like it was my last one, but you still there right in front of us. You still there right in front of us. When we were younger, we'd sit around to see your point of view, watch you give an inch and take the moment there. When we were younger, and still I had my breath, and like it was my last one, but you still there right in front of us. You still there right in front of us. Like when I saw you for the first time. I felt like this before. It reminds me what I've been missing here. Every memory, evermore, it reminding what I've been missing here. When I saw you for the first time.
Oh, you look so good. Oh, I love it so much.
Beth, I told you very early on into our relationship that I would marry you tomorrow. Maybe it took me a little bit longer than that, but here we are today, finally making that dream come true. Marriage is something I take seriously and will only do once. After 10 years, I stand by that fact that you are my soulmate, therefore these are the easiest promises I'll ever make. I can't put into words how lucky I feel to be standing here marrying my best friend, saying these words and looking forward to a perfect future together. Before meeting you, I couldn't picture myself standing with my bride at our wedding, dreaming about our future, having children and growing old together. You've made this dream a reality, and I can't wait for everything together. I've loved you since the day I met you, and being with you, I have become more me. I've become who I always wanted to be, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me to get to this point. Today, surrounded by our friends and family, I choose you to be my wife. I promise to be there for you night and day. I promise to, as you've always said, love you, feed you, and never leave you. And finally, I promise to love you, always.
Ben, to me, you are home. You are my best friend, my safe space, my first and last thought of the day, and I love you more than I could ever put into words. When we first met, after 2 weeks, you told me you would marry me tomorrow. And at first it scared me, but looking back, I realise now how lucky I was. You were so sure of us when I was still figuring it all out. You have always accepted me for who I am, lifting me up but keeping me grounded, always having my back but pushing me to grow, comforting me at my lowest, being my biggest supporter, and always letting me eat 90% of a sharing bag of crisps, so deep down I knew you were the one. Throughout the last decade, I've been lucky enough to watch you grow as a person, become a man, and I'm so proud of you. We've built careers, a home, travelled the world together, and yet we still have so much to experience. I can't wait to carry out all our dreams together and make new memories, but now as husband and wife. As a fellow ginger once said, as long as you vow to love me, feed me, and never leave me, I promise to celebrate all our wins and work with you on all our challenges. I promise to always be your phone call home and to ring you at least 10 times a day when we aren't together. I promise to never let you go to bed in an argument and to always be on the same team. I promise to always prioritise our time together and always have multiple holidays booked in advance. And finally, I promise to find you in every lifetime, as forever will never be long enough by your side. Now I'll be the one to say it. I'll marry you today, I'll marry you tomorrow, and I would happily marry you every day for the rest of my life.
Bethany, I give you this ring
Bethany, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and the commitment
and the commitment
we are making to each other.
we are making to each other.
Thank you. Ben, I give you this ring
Ben, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and the commitment
and the commitment
we are making to each other.
we are making to each other.
Thanks, Ben. Well, you've just sealed your relationship by the giving and receiving of rings. A pledge between two people who agree that they'll commit themselves to one another throughout their lives. Today you've expressed your love to one another through the commitments and promises that you've just made. May you always love, honour and cherish one another. May no failure or misfortune ever part you, and may you live full and rich lives together. It's now my great pleasure and privilege to be able to say that you are now husband and wife. Would you like to kiss your lovely bride?
When we were young, we burned like summer suns. Our fears at bay, we made our own way, no stopping us. We never knew the sky beyond the blue. We turned the page, our story became a world brand new. You and I, we have found what we've been missing. You and I, it feels like we're finally living. We are wide awake, it's all so clear. The dreams we held are standing here. You and I, we have found what we've been missing. Open wide, the future's on our side. We'll touch the stars, we'll follow our hearts into the light. Walk with me, and we'll be all we need. Your hand in mine, our song undefined, our world alive. You and I, we found what we've been missing. You and I, it feels like we're finally living. We are wide awake, it's all so clear. The dreams we held are standing here. You and I, we found what we've been missing. We have found what we've been missing. You and I, it feels like we're finally living. We are wide awake, it's all so clear. The dreams we held are standing here. You and I, we have found what we've been missing.
Hello everyone. My name's Anthony, and on behalf of my wife Penny, we would like to welcome you all here today to celebrate Beth and Ben. Thank you for being part of this very special occasion. It means so much to Beth and Ben to have you all here with them to start their married life together. Some of you have travelled a fair way to be with us, and we appreciate you being here at this beautiful venue of Thorpe Constantine. Before we get too carried away, I'd like us all to pause for a moment and remember absent friends and family who are sadly no longer with us. In particular, I'd like to remember Shirley, Bethany's beloved Nan, with whom she shared a very close bond, and Trevor, Ben's father, who I know would be bursting with pride to see his son marry such a wonderful woman. Although they can't be here in person, they're certainly here in spirit, smiling down on us today. So I'd like to propose a toast to absent family and friends. When Beth was born, she arrived in the world with a head full of jet black hair and the deepest blue eyes you could ever imagine. She was perfect then, and as you look at her now, she is still as perfect, just with a slightly larger wardrobe and perhaps an even bigger determination to get her own way. Some dads get to teach their daughters how to ride a bike. And although I do say so myself, the masterclass I gave her on how to ride a scooter was legendary. Instead, I learned the difference between a maxi dress and a midi dress, and how to dress a Polly Pocket doll and untangle mountains of jewellery. But I wouldn't have changed a thing. Beth and I shared some lovely moments too. Quiet walks down the towpath and through the woodlands. No grand adventures, just father and daughter time, where we discuss the important things in life, like which Disney princess had the best wardrobe, why Beth couldn't have 30 Barbie dolls in the bath at the same time, and how to treat nettle stings to your dad's face. In so many ways, Bethany is a wonderful mix of her parents. From me, she's inherited loyalty and honesty. And judging by her fashion critiques, when I dare to dress myself, I might argue she inherited brutal honesty from her amazing mother, Penny. She also inherited a creative flair and a sense of organisation that is quite frankly terrifying. Penelope has done a truly incredible job raising Bethany, supporting her, encouraging her, and being a constant guide and role model. Everything good you see in Bethany today has Penny's love and hard work woven into it. Ben is a gregarious, easygoing, genuinely likeable man. He made an impression immediately, and not just because he could pour a decent pint. Incidentally, he's very adept at making one disappear when you're struggling, especially if it comes in a litre-sized glass boot. He had my total respect that day. His warmth, his friendliness, his obvious respect for Bethany shone through from the start. Bethany and Ben are a perfect match. They share a love of travelling, dining out, exploring new places, savouring new experiences. They're the kind of couple that will laugh together and support each other quietly and loyally. It's a joy to see. They announced their engagement. My immediate reaction was one of pure happiness. They'd already built up such a strong bond over the 10 years they'd been together. So it wasn't a surprise. It just felt right, and it was another proud moment, seeing my daughter make such a wise and loving choice. I would also like to acknowledge Ben's mother, Karen, who is here with us today. Thank you, Karen, for raising such a wonderful son, and I know that Trevor would be incredibly proud of the man Ben has become. And now for a few words of advice, because I'm a real expert at this. Marriage is about compromise. So Bethany, you'll just have to fake that somehow. And Ben, sometimes you'll have to pretend not to notice when the third ASOS parcel arrives during the hour on a Saturday morning. It's about laughing through the small stuff, leaning on each other through the hard stuff, and celebrating all the good stuff. Beth, you have grown into from a bright-eyed, inquisitive little girl into a beautiful, intelligent, compassionate woman. You have always made me proud, and today you've made me even prouder than ever. Ben, welcome officially to the family, although let's face it, you've been part of it for a while now. Look after her, cherish her, and try to remember that when she says nothing wrong, it almost certainly means something else. And you know what? She's never going to say this. She's never going to say that. If there's something wrong, you're going to know about it. Yes. Before I finish, and we all dive headfirst into the celebrations, I'd like to propose a toast to Bethany and Ben. May your love be modern enough to survive the times, but old-fashioned enough to last forever. And I hope it lasts forever because I ain't doing this again. And here's to a lifetime of happiness, love and laughter. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to Beth and Ben.
Hi everyone. Where do we start? It's lovely being asked to be best men and sharing such an amazing day. For those who don't know, I'm Adam and this is Brad. We were hoping you'd do that. Yeah, cheers. Combined, we've known Ben for over 40 years. Obviously, we'll let you all come to your own assumptions on whether that's a good thing or we're just really bad decision makers. Oh, sorry, you want to do that?
Yeah, I need this stuff. I can definitely see a few concerned faces, none more so than these pair here. So to put you at ease first, Beth, we'd both like to say how much of an amazing job you've done planning the ceremony and the service. It was lovely, and you look amazing. So if everyone would like to raise a glass to Beth.
Well done, Beth. Cheers. Ben, cheers for showing up today. Nice work, mate. Yeah.
I don't think either of us would have ever imagined the life you've now built with Beth. Don't worry, Beth, we know it's got absolutely nothing to do with Ben. If it was Ben's choice, he'd probably be spending most of his time still hanging around his mum's garage watching any form of MMA he can find.
For those who don't know, the garage was a place where me, Ben, and some other friends spent most of our formative years. It was just a garage, basically. But we had some sofas, a TV, portable heater for the winter months. Thanks for Trevor and Karen paying the Lecky bill, otherwise we probably would have died. We'd spend our evenings watching UFC fights and shooting the shit. There was always a very distinctive smell emanating from that garage. Obviously, I'm talking about Karen's cooking. Thanks for keeping us fed. Obviously, nothing but Marks & Spencer's best for Benny. In all seriousness, though, Beth, we'd like to thank you because without you, I don't think Ben would be here now. Anyway.
Or worse, he'd still be working at the pub. I'm sure Ben would have definitely tried to place a bet on either way, but thanks to GamStop, that is not possible.
All jokes aside, we're here today to celebrate this wonderful day. Ben and Beth finally tying the knot. I'm sure everyone will join us in raising their glass and saying that we wish you all the happiness in the world. Here's to an exciting future together. To Ben and Beth.
The Ben and Beth.
Hey, that's us.
You can clap. Yeah.
So, before I start, I'm not going to take up much of your time, as I can't say public speaking is my preferred method of communication, but there are a few things a bride and groom should say on their wedding day. So, on behalf of my wife and I, we just wanted to thank everyone for taking the time to join us on our big day. It means everything for us to have our family and friends here for the day. Moving on. As I'm sure you're aware that days like today don't simply just happen. We've been planning this day for 2 years now, and by we I mean Beth. Beth's planned this entire day, from picking this beautiful venue, organising all the suppliers, to picking the shoes on my feet. Everything really. So thanks. The best thing about being the groom is that the wedding seems to have mostly organised itself. But I have had to listen to it all day, all night, for 2 years, which I think is just as big of a job, to be honest, personally. But in all seriousness, Beth, you've done an amazing job. I'm sure you all know how much Beth has mentioned the wedding for the last couple of years, to the point where I can't quite remember what we used to talk about. From countless spreadsheets and appointments, this day has been the ultimate focus point of our lives from about 10 minutes after I proposed. And speaking of the proposal, I feel honoured that you said yes. And I don't blame you at all. It was a beautiful proposal, overlooking Dubrovnik, watching the sunset over the city. I don't remember too many other details as I was so nervous, which, to be honest, after doing my vows earlier, I'm a lot less nervous about this now somehow, so that's miraculous. And finally, back to my wife. which is still weird to say, who looks absolutely stunning today. Your dress is amazing. Honestly, I didn't know quite what to expect with the dress. You've asked me a bunch of times today, but you look amazing. The dress looks perfect, you look perfect, everything's perfect today, so thank you. Over the last few weeks, I've had people ask me if I'm nervous for today, and the answer to that has been an obvious yes. I am nervous. I've been nervous about the ceremony, nervous about the first dance, and nervous about getting through this speech mainly, which, like I say, after the vows has come a lot easier than I thought it would have done, so that's good. But saying that, in regard to actually marrying Beth, I've had no nerves. I've never had a doubt in marrying you today, at all. I knew it would be the best thing that I ever do in my life. Life has never been so good as it is with you, and I look forward to the future only getting better and better. And on that note, I'd like to raise a final toast to my wife, Beth, and I'll get my drink for this one. To Beth. And that marks the end of the speeches anyway, so thanks again everyone for being here with us, and I hope you all have an amazing night, and I'll catch up with you all as and when. Thank you. Thank
Choices that we make, they take us to a place so far away. It's me and you.
Yeah.